Hey guys, this is Stemmy from the M. Carter Brown forums, and I just wanted to show off my brand new, just finished Smart Parts Ion with a Special Ops Blackcell kit on it. Special Ops made these kits. They were pretty expensive back in the day, and they discontinued the kits in 2007, I believe, and they're really hard to find, but I was lucky enough to find one on the M. Carter Brown forums, and I'm super excited I found it. The other cool thing about it is that it has a Yoda 900 and DW Deathwish or Deathwish DW mechanical ion kit in it, so there's no electronics whatsoever. You can also find their kits on eBay, but I got mine from the M. Carter Brown forums. And one of the biggest improvements I think that I did was I made my own tee. The old tees were very temperamental, and if you wiggled the hoses or didn't put them just right or didn't cut the hose to the exact length, or they were very temperamental and they would start leaking on you. So I was done with that. I was tired and I really wanted something that would be solid. So what I did is I got a brass 1032 threaded tee, and I have 1032 threaded to 5/32 slip fit fittings on top and bottom, and then I have a 1032 to 1/8 slip fit fitting on the side here, and it doesn't quite fit into the frame as well as I would like. I think I need a 1/8 banjo fitting, like the 90-degree banjo fitting from the stock Ion here as well. I also need one up here. I don't have one, but there's two on the way from A&S Gear. And I have a CP regulator, which is currently set to about 170. Come on, focus. Focus. There you go, 175 psi. And I stole the CP regulator from my pneumatic auto. Here, I'll show you this for a minute. I'll let you look at the insides. But anyway, back to this. Basically, the way the air it goes from the ASA, which is right here, the air source adapter, through the macro line, which is obviously really long right now, to the CP regulator. The regulator puts out 175 psi, so coming from the regulator, it goes to the gauge, which is a small gauge port, but really where it goes is to the banjo fitting. This is a 5/32 banjo fitting, and I'm using black hose, so you really can't see it that well, but here it goes from the banjo fitting, and then the hose dives down into the frame right to here. And then after it enters the tee, it splits here to basically here. This one is 5/32 outside diameter hose, and that comes up through here into the rear banjo. And the rear banjo, that controls the amount of air that is hitting the ball. That's your velocity. That's what fires the ball. And then there's the 1/8 fitting here, and that goes right up to the middle. And that's what controls the forward and back movement of the bolt, basically. Right now it's pressurized, so it's keeping the bolt back, and then when you pull the trigger, the air from this hose vents, allowing the, there's no pressure in the front of the bolt anymore, so the bolt flies forward, and since it's a spool, the air sort of dumps from the rear and ejects the ball at supposedly 350 feet per second out the front. Obviously the regulator is set at 175 psi, so it's not going to be anywhere close to 300. It's probably going to be about half that, 150, 200. And yeah, so I have just under 1,000. Come on, focus. There we go, just under 1,000 psi in my tank, and it hits the CP regulator, and the CP is outputting 175 psi. So when I pull the trigger, I want to pull and hold it. Basically, what happened was the air from the 1/8 fitting vented, allowing the bolt to slide forward. So I don't know if I can do this with two hands. I need a third hand here. Here, let me show you. Okay, there's the breech, and man, that's a bad color to pick. All right, well, basically, if you hold the trigger, the bolt will stay forward, and a cool thing about the Yoda kit is that it doesn't start venting at this point. Most other kits would start venting, but it holds its air, and there's basically no air in the 1/8 fitting, or in the 1/8 hose right now. And when you let go, air from the SMA V3 starts flowing into the 1/8 hose again and resets the bolt, closing off the spool, and then it allows air from this 5/32 hose right here to build back up in the rear of the gun. And it would start venting if you didn't have a dual tail O-ring, And that's why you need a dual tail O-ring, is because if you pulled the trigger and held it, it would start venting right now, and then when you let go, it would reset. But it's basically an extreme efficiency booster. Basically, another way to boost efficiency is to shorten the length of this hose, because all of this gets vented. So if you had a shorter hose, there would be less to get vented. And maybe a QEV would help, maybe it wouldn't. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously none of these hoses are trimmed to length, just because it's, you know, I mean, I haven't got all the fittings in, because I have a couple from A&S Gear, and I really want to make sure that I don't cut anything too short, because if you cut it too short, you obviously can't get it back. So here I have a couple. Here, let me show you something really cool. Is I have the Longbow mag adapter right here. Fits right here. And then, yeah, I don't know, I won't get out the mags, but here I have a 16-inch one-piece custom products barrel that I really like, and it's got a red dot sight. It is a functioning red dot sight. I don't know how accurate it'll be, because I haven't gotten to play with this yet, but if you take a look at SL Bushwhacker 66 or something, he's got a scope on his Blackcell ion, and it's extremely accurate. So I'm hoping for the same with this, but I haven't gotten a chance to actually play with this marker yet, or for that matter even sight it in. But I have a couple of reballs here. Okay, I'm gonna stick one in the breech, and I've got it pointed at my chair, my messy chair with all my clothes on it. So it is in a safe direction, and it's going to be at a fairly low velocity, but here we go. Let's shoot another one. It's coming out there pretty quickly, actually. That's promising. Alright. But another cool thing is that it's really, really difficult to short stroke this. Either it fires or it doesn't. It's not like you can get sort of this half fire like you can on the autococker and chopper ball, and you can't get this sort of super low velocity shot like on the automags if you short stroke. So I mean, I don't know, like either I can't either it shoots or it doesn't. Okay, so I can get it to vent. Let's see here. Yeah, so I can get it to vent, but then it fires. It's not like it does, like sort of half fires. It fires, and it's not gonna chop a ball, or it's not gonna mess any firing sequences up. Either it shoots or it doesn't, and that's what I really like about it. But yeah, another cool thing is that I can move the hoses around. It doesn't leak. These slip fit fittings hold on, and they don't let go. And so, I mean, the other ones, if you would move them, they would start leaking, and these don't, which is great. And then another cool thing is that none of these fittings have Teflon tape, plumber's tape, or blue Loctite on it. Like, there is no sealant on these whatsoever. They have an O-ring that when you tighten it down will sort of press against the face of the T or the body there, and that's what seals it, which makes it great because you can easily take it apart, easily maintain everything, and put it back together. I mean, these are in there just finger tight. I didn't use any, strap wrenches or pliers or anything to tighten them down. I just tightened them down with my fingers, and those O-rings are sealing fantastically, and I couldn't be happier with it. It shoots quite well. As you can see, there was no short strokes in that burst, and I don't think I'd ever really need to fire faster than that because I'm using the longbow system here with another 6 mags. So yeah, I don't know, it should be great, and I'm really excited to see if this red dot sight works or not. It's got several different brightness settings, so I'll put it on 11 here. I'll see if I can get you a view. Yeah, there you go. That shows up really well on camera, the red dot there. And another cool thing is that you can use this with your mask on. A lot of other markers, you can't aim down the barrel or aim down the top of the marker with your mask on. But one of the good things about the Blackcell kit is that it creates a lot of space. So as you can see from the stock, there's, let me stand up for you, there's a lot of room here between the sight and where it actually contacts your shoulder. So, I mean, you really don't even have to lean your head at all, and it doesn't even touch your mask. You can look straight through the red dot without, you know, cocking your head to the side real weird, or, you know, pushing your mask sideways on your face. And that's another really cool thing about it. So I'm going to go ahead and degas here. And I was just bleeding all the air out through the remote line and just the random hoses. And it should be at no pressure now. So there we go. It is degas. So in the upcoming days, I'm going to be shortening the hoses and getting all the fittings in correctly. And then it should be ready to go. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.